Hi and welcome to this episode. I saw a beautiful mashal from Melech Biderman. He said, Chazal say, Ma ha-mikvah mitayis atmeim, af HaKadosh Baruch Hu mitayis Yisrael. And he explained it as follows. If you take a whole pool of water, totally tap water, no ability whatsoever, totally impure, and all you do is connect it with a tiny little pipe to a mikvah, that whole body of water totally becomes pure and has the power of a mikvah. Similarly, if we're a regular, simple person, we don't have any great qualities. As a matter of fact, we see ourselves as negative. All we need to do is connect to Hashem with a little tiny pipe. Af HaKadosh Baruch Hu mitayis Yisrael. All we have to do is make a little connection with a pesach shamachat, and then we too can totally be taken over and totally become purified by Hashem in the same way. I find the same idea when it comes to overcoming anxiety, fear, panic, and stress. It doesn't matter how anxious we are, how overwhelmed and steeped in the patterns of anxiety we are. All we need to do is connect ourselves with the solution, with a little tiny pipe. And automatically, we see light at the end of the tunnel, and it creates 90% of the help, 90% of the solution comes when we realize that we're starting to move in the right direction. And that's really all we need to do. However, my Rebbe of David Barkin, Zecher Tzaddik Levracha, used to say, the Pesach Shalmachat has to be through and through. This little connection, this little behavior, this little change that we make has to be through and through. To me, if you make a commitment, you've probably heard loads of beautiful and great advice, how to overcome anxiety, fear, panic, and stress. However, I urge you to take any one of those skills and tools and stick with it for a week on a consistent basis. Do it through and through. Now, there's several reasons why that's going to make a dramatic difference and help you overcome anxiety big time. The first reason is because one of the main drivers of anxiety is the feeling of being out of control. The second you do anything in a consistent way to get control of your life, you'll get relief from anxiety. That's number one. Number two, if you're doing it and you heard it from a good source, it probably has efficacy. But just doing something once will not integrate it and make it part of you. But if you do it for a week's time, I use a week's time because we learned it from the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch says if somebody wants to change a habit, his example is getting up in the morning. He says somebody should do a dollar lehei pamim. So if you change something for a week's time, I generally find that that's enough to integrate a good behavior. So in the next videos, I'm going to share with you a lot of positive and good and evidence-based treatments for anxiety. Every one of them has the power to create an enormous change. The trick is to take any one of them and apply it for a week's time on a consistent basis. Do the Pesach Shalmachat through and through, and you were surprised to find how much benefit you're going to get. No matter how many times you tried, and you did, and you feel, and you gave up, give it a shot. Pick something and do it for a week straight, and it will become integrated. Even if you get a teeny little benefit from that, your brain will see that and integrate it into behavior, and the benefits will continue to come. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you'd like to watch my free webinar, you can visit my website, benjaminhalpern.com, and there's a link to go to the free webinar. Thanks so much. Have a great week, and I'll see you on the next video.